Meeting for Thursday, July 12th. And it's been 2 weeks since we met. We have some minutes from the last meeting on June 28th.
Okay, a motion to approve the minutes from the June 28th regular meeting as amended.
I'll second Bob's motion.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Bob, what's your sign?
I'll make a motion to approve the non-public meeting minutes at 7:30 from June 28th, 2018.
And I'll second the motion.
Any discussion on those non-public meeting minutes? Nope. Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve the non-public June 28th meeting minutes from 8:47 PM.
I'll second it. Any discussion on this one?
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure.
Why did you second it? No,
You were signing.
you usually don't.
And those ones are sealed, correct?
That is correct. As we voted last meeting. All in, hearing none, no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That won't be well. And this goes down to, did Jen, did she sign too?
No, I didn't.
We're missing one.
I'll let you use my pen again.
Thank you.
You want one?
No, get that on you.
Okay. And then one.
Just me.
This isn't.
No, I'm looking for the sealed ones. Okay. That's to be
I'm
sealed?
pretty sure, double check it. though.
Yes.
Sure, you're in there.
This is,
One by Jen is regular.
Lean, you wanna wave to everybody on the camera?
oh.
I've done a lot of these where.
Hurting already, so.
Actually, I was hoping you'd seal it because maybe you'd cut your tongue and then that would shorten the night. No. Go ahead.
Okay, for the record, I just wanna say that I went a little too fast. All three selectmen are present for this meeting. We have the town administrator present. We have recording is Jennifer present, our recording secretary. And doing the video recording for the citizens is Don Larson. Thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we're gonna go right to public comment. If I have two gentlemen, if you have any public comment in the audience? All right,
I'm,
you're here on the agenda.
yeah,
Okay, we'll get to you in a moment. Hearing no other public comment, I'll close public comment, bring it back to the board. We're gonna go through some town business first.
You gonna move the personnel plan changes, Mike?
Yeah, the personnel plan will be deferred until we get a little bit quieter session, or if we don't get any quiet sessions in the next two meetings, we'll consider a separate workshop, correct? Okay, this is just an information. Lean got a request for some information regarding the $1 million dispersal of school monies, and she just passed information on to a concerned citizen. That was that. Thank you, Lean, for doing that. Next item, we have the Department of Transportation, has been working with a point of contact in the town, the police department, and analyzing Page's Corner. There's gonna be a meeting 1 August at 4 PM,
directions, I think I'm lost.
and we'll,
That's on Brady's Corner?
yes, and so they're gonna announce their results and recommendations. I'm excited, I may go in attendance with that, and I welcome anyone else.
What's the date, July?
August 1st.
August 1st. Mike, remind me when you go, I'd like to go with you, okay?
It's
We
a
may-
Wednesday.
We may have to just, let
Lean, can you
Public
announce
say-
that, just so,
Yeah.
I'd like to go and see what they say
Yeah.
about it. if we're gonna make any
Yeah.
decisions to
the
I
town,
saw the email
yeah.
from Chris.
But we can make a note that all 3 seconds we intend to set that meeting.
Yep, okay.
And for the citizens, that's just a summary that Page's Corner has been evaluated, the traffic safety, the DOT of New Hampshire is looking at it for transportation safety and issues that have been plaguing that corner for years. And they're gonna come up with some recommendations. Okay. Bob, I'm gonna ask you if we have a, we have a, application for a, someone wants to apply as a handyman and be on retainer for a handyman. For potential, his expertise is in, I saw it on here, siding, decking, windows, bathroom stuff, framing, painting, flooring. And that would be general repairs. I'd say we could try him out, if we have any jobs that surface, we could try him out in the future, but I don't have any work for him now, but we'd keep him on retainer, and I said, I would leave that with the town administrator to keep on in her files, so we have something that
You
surfaces.
don't mean retainer, though, you just mean, you wanna. keep-
Retain his information.
Yeah, exactly.
But we also we'll have to consider whether we're gonna 1099 him like we did with other handyman people, or if we make him an employee.
I don't think we have enough work to do an employee. What do you gentlemen think?
No.
I think so. He
I
keeps,
think,
Yeah,
so he keeps his own insurance, we should 1099 him.
right, and if that's the case, then there is no rate. Dave, you're looking at that sheet, we've not established a rate for a handyman person. I think in the past it was in the $23, $24 range.
Now, would
When
the
we had
part-time
Kyle.
labor make that?
No, because he's skilled, he should be skilled.
No,
His
and-
labor is just labor.
And you're
Be hard.
also looking at, you know, him holding his own insurance, so it was always in the low 20 range that we would.
But is a handyman skilled, Mike? Couldn't say he's a carpenter here or anything.
No, but the thing is, that's something we could determine as we go along. In
Yeah.
other words,
you have to remember, out of those wages comes his social security, both parts,
exactly.
you know?
I think when Kyle was,
Oh, I'm sorry.
carrying 2 positions, he
Wait, is that
had
what it's at?
an inspector rate, and then he had a handyman rate, and it was in the $24 range or
Yeah,
something.
if it's a small project, that's not problematic, and maybe we get a chance to review this and we could decide on our own,
Yep,
you know, actually at a meeting,
okay,
what to pay for compensation, but if it's anything of any size, I think we should still get quotes,
Absolutely.
you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, just a small repair thing,
yeah.
that'd be a thing to have, you
Yep.
know?
So I'll leave that in your basket, your in basket, so that you can review it again, and then think about how
Okay.
we'll handle the rate of pay. and-
As it,
Or
as
still
it,
go with
as it
quote.
surfaces, yeah.
See, the problem with going with quotes, like 3 telephone quotes,
Yeah.
because it would be in that threshold for 3 quotes, there's just nobody available.
Right,
And so if someone said that, well, I'll commit to being your handyman to do, you know, emergency things like fix a door that's not locking,
the siding
Then-
that came off or whatever,
and
you
you
know?
need, yeah, and you need to have someone on the spot, then that's the person that,
I
you know,
agree.
you'd like to be able to pick up the phone and say, I don't wanna check with everyone every single time, but if it's within reason, and so I'll leave that in your basket to review.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna move on. We have just a report of injury at the transfer station. I believe this may have been a repeat, but this is for Brad Joel. I think we got word that it happened early in June. We may have got a repeat on that one.
And there's no
No action needed.
action, or no medical treatment needed.
Correct. This has been, this is a state of New Hampshire, this is a hearing. This came out in an email to us. It's
From
been
the town clerk.
from town clerk, and it's been posted on the bulletin board. This is in regards to the hearing regarding the $1 million.
Oops, give us the dates, I can mention it.
So I gotta write down August 1st,
August 1st for that.
and then, this one here is July 17th.
Yeah, that's just to hear whether they'll, or give them that special meeting request.
So we'll be notified either way, right, Lynn?
Yeah, we will,
Up or
yeah.
down?
I guess I couldn't have to visit that one.
Okay, Bob, to you. All right, I have a routine, it's a Dunbarton telephone pole license. All 2 copies have to be signed, Lee.
Yes, I've got it flying for you.
Is that on the roads, Mike? Which roads are
This
that?
is actually a pole license to run fiber optics on existing poles, so it's not a specific pole, it's just,
But it's,
On Robert
Robert
Rogers.
Rogers.
yeah.
I got two signatures there. It's routine. I'm gonna defer that for a moment. I have a complaint from a citizen concerning shooting off a pit at Kimball Pond Road. I'm gonna defer this to the next meeting, we're gonna have all parties here to discuss the issue. I don't think the pertinent parties are here and to discuss it, so. I'll
And
be-
does it say on that email that he wants to be present at the 26th?
It does,
Okay,
so we'll put that on the agenda for the 26th.
yeah, July.
Please, the town forest needs to be invited and possibly the chief of police.
Okay.
Chief made a response to it, and it'd be nice to still have his input in person.
I dated this for you.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
What do you get this?
Yeah,
Okay, I have a quote here for building maintenance on the outside. This is a transfer station. Again, it's a, for sill caulk replacement. Is that on the list, I don't know if that was on the list of.
It was.
So this is just continuing
Yep.
quotes.
yeah,
This is plumbing quotes. So we'll put that away with the, because we're gonna have to address how we wanna proceed on a few things.
I think he's looking to get that done sooner than later, I don't know if it's problematic and he can't use it, or if it's leaking or something, but that's,
Well, I know water is important from the standpoint, he runs those brush fires. It needs a source of water there.
Mm.
And there's a problem with those silk, with those faucets, that needs to be remedied quicker, sooner than later.
You got three quotes there.
Um, You wanna make a decision on this one?
Might as well, just in case, I know he can't burn brush right now, so.
right,
In the event that something happens, if he doesn't have anything to tap
that's
into.
the outside spigot that needs to be replaced or fixed.
Who's doing the work?
Well, there's those
There's
three
three
quotes
There's
right
three
there.
quotes there, 145, 150, and 200.
Jeez,
They're
they
all,
can be closer than that. Any of them local?
Yep,
which one?
Jay's Plumbing and Heating, right?
yeah, and what's the other ones?
Bob Parcell, Plumbing and Heating,
I think he's,
and I think it says Stu's Plumbing and Heating.
yeah, Stu's we've done business with before.
I'm ambivalent, Joe.
I think they're all familiar names, local.
I only know Jay's, but, well, why don't you pick one?
Oh, I'm looking at the low bidder, it's
Yeah.
145, you're talking about a sill caulk. If you
No
don't know
device.
how to sweat a joint,
Exactly.
change it.
Okay, we have consensus, gentlemen?
I did get an email.
Motion to give it to
Stu's, yeah.
Stu's.
I'll second that. All in favor, any further discussion? Hearing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Top one, Lee. For 145. Alright, I have another quote here, this is for the, Lean, help me out here, this is you've called for more than one, but we only have received one of them in for, the
Right.
siding.
I've called repeatedly, and you can see on the quote,
No,
Top one.
Westbrook Construction was no contract, and Ken LaVoy did respond.
right,
This is for the siding on the police department, fire department.
So Ken did respond.
Ken did, Keith did.
Keith.
I know that's something we've been trying to get fixed before it gets
So we
worse.
have a quote from him?
Yes, it's
It's been, like you said, very busy to reach out for small jobs of, this type of, and so I received one quote from Illinois, and then, no response from the first one, which is,
That was $950.
Yeah.
Did you say we had a bid on it?
Yeah,
On the side?
$950.
Oh, there it is, I'm sorry.
Dave, what's your thoughts about that much?
It's
You've seen
attached.
around the building.
So Keegan Westbrook is not, so you have two here?
yeah, no, he's not responded, I've asked him like 3 times, and they've all done a site walk with John Wigan.
Remove siding from back wall, fire station, install fire square now. From storage, siding, I think. So it looks like 5 squares, so 5 divided by that. It's 200 a square. Sounds fair.
Okay.
I think they're about $1.75 to $2.50.
So we're right in the middle then.
I would say that would be good to do. And he's a good size, and a lot of people use him too.
All right, then, I'll hear a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve, it's Keith Boyce, Keith Boyce bid for
I'm
signing.
waiting for him to finish this motion, please. I'll second the motion.
For the amount of $950.
Okay. Bob seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, as a corollary to that, on the,
That's a-
joint loss committee, there's some, soffit, trim and soffit and drip line needs to be repaired and wrapped, there's this bare wood exposed. Lean, could you reach out, we need quotes on those two.
That's the same building, right?
Yeah.
That's, what are you talking about?
The exterior building, there's some soffit and drip line needs to be repaired at the safety complex.
That's what this is, isn't it?
No, this is, the soffit and the trim line, there's bare wood there. And this was made by the building inspector. We can do, there's no decision to be made here, but take a look at that, it's the first paragraph in this report.
Maybe just while Keith's working there, Lean, we asked him to give us a price on
Yeah, I
repairing.
thought that he had gone for the walk and looked at all of that.
No, that was not part of it. That's
Wanna
right.
see what
I
he
will
does,
confirm.
Yeah,
and then look at it,
that sounds like a plan.
maybe he'll repair it. I vote that we get a shade for this window again,
Oh,
too.
God.
You don't have sunglasses?
Put that on Joe Marie's list, okay?
Yeah. I know.
Thanks.
But you need to initial that, get that off the lien.
I thought I had it, so,
No, it's all right.
I added that after you read the other,
after I read the other
yeah,
one?
that's just a response to the letter
John Stevens.
from the,
Yeah, go to John.
abutter, which is
There
on
might
the
be a
back
few
of it.
loose items. John, why don't you come up, or,
You signed that one, right?
John's gonna give us a quick update on Old Home Day.
Mhm.
Actually, what I'm gonna do first is ask you if you have any particular questions, so I don't go into everything I know.
I just understand, my question was, I just wanna make sure coordination is done with the police department that concerns parking, what you want the police department to do, if you want a special spot for antique vehicles delineated and blocked off. I heard some complaints from last year, I hear it from this year, and it's been chewed on. I just wanna make sure that, the police department's involved with your planning.
Thoroughly.
Okay,
Dan has been to our
all right.
meetings.
Now, it's the end of subject, and I think if there are problems, you can bring it to us, but Dan's pretty sharp.
Yeah, we are going to be able to park the cars on the lawn over there. Last year, there was a problem because we didn't get a lot of response from the groups that have the cars,
Okay.
and so a whole lot more cars showed up than we had any idea would be showing up.
And the other concern was, I'm waiting for a report from the library trustees. I believe the library is tending to be closed that day.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. We're not, I don't know if we should be opening this building here, which is unsecured during the day while you're having that, and opening up for the restrooms. For reason why is we got the plumbing and also the septic. So we have two issues there.
Right.
It can be easily remedied with you basically dedicated in the past for only a handicap bathroom. We can rent a handicap bathroom.
We did.
Okay, fantastic.
That added $160 to us.
That's okay. The thing is, just to let you know, during the other last community event we had up here, the toilet broke the day after we came back to work.
Bob filled me, Bob or you
Filled.
filled
Okay.
me in on the story.
We want to avoid that. Okay, those are some of our concerns. So this building will essentially be secured.
Yeah.
And I'll share, and the thing is, I wanted to make sure you advertise appropriately too. And Lean just put on a tickler headline on our webpage.
Yeah.
And the floor is yours now. Anything else you want to share with us?
we probably wanna put that somehow on that card that gets sent out. That this building, including the bathroom is closed, you know.
I wouldn't put that on the card.
No,
Okay.
I think the fact you have just restrooms here, I
All
mean,
right.
facilities available.
Just hang a sign.
Signs, yeah.
I was just being extra.
Yeah,
safe.
that's okay.
Yeah. And just a question, like, our budget's getting a little close now,
Okay,
right? And, but we have some vendors who are going to give us fee, you know,
Table fees.
$25,
yeah,
But, last year, and this year we have fewer vendors than we had last year. We are having trouble getting more vendors. But, last year, we had about $400 worth of fees from vendors. We had a lot more. And those just got rolled back into the town budget, and we never got to use that. This year, we are really tight, and so I was wondering whether.
Okay, may I?
Yes,
I
please.
spoke to the auditor about that, because they were not taxpayer funds and they were earmarked in a special liability account, that there's a method of my changing it, moving it from old year to new year, so it's not part of the operating budget.
okay.
And they will have those funds to work with,
Okay.
so
But,
I will give you a final number.
But what was done last year, there was about $400. That is gone now, right?
The town budget is gone, just the surplus that you have from table fees is still there. So I'll have to give you a total on that.
In other words, your budgeted sum, that money's gone, the money that was budgeted on the taxpayer dollars. However, the table fees is separate, what Lean is telling me.
Yes.
And that table fees are still available, those fees are still available for you to use.
The fees that we gathered last year
Yes.
that we turned in?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay,
I'll give you a final number on that.
perfect.
Okay.
That's your buffer.
And we're gonna, it's coming close, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
any other questions?
No, I just, again, gentlemen, do you have any other questions?
Nope, thanks for your hard work.
And you all come and enjoy.
Oh, yeah, but I just wanna make sure that, the thing is, the complaints I heard about the police not being, shall we say, supportive. The thing is, you gotta delineate or identify what you want them to do, and you gotta be specific.
Where did you hear those complaints from?
One of your members, I'll leave it at that.
Oh, all right, yeah, right, and from that, I think I know what that is, and that was a communications issue mostly.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying is what we need to do this year better.
We have addressed that.
Perfect.
I'm only gonna be able to make it for the fireworks.
There are no fireworks.
Man,
So that means you're gonna come here and stay in the dark, have a nice day, you know.
Thank you, John, just keep up the good work.
We'll work on it.
Okay.
And, I'll just say one other thing that we're really short on this year, even more than last year, is volunteers to, help with the kids' games around the common and whatnot.
Welcome to the world of volunteers.
I can put that on the
Hot topics
homepage,
list.
just to say volunteers needed to participate.
Can you give a contact number or an email they can contact you?
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay, as long as you're comfortable with your name and number being up there.
it's been up there before.
Okay.
okay.
And I'll just add it to those other calls I get,
Okay.
thanks, John.
Great.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you coming in.
Have a good evening.
Okay. All right. Down to town business, the personal plan, possible changes, so again, we defer that to future sessions. And we have some non-publics to go into.
Looks like we got the first one here.
Before we go into non-public, I gotta just say for the record that, I provided the board with a building expenses to date. And on the second page of the two-page report is our balance of $62,969 for anything that is currently earmarked, like the painting of the library. And then I've noted beneath that 62 is, we just approved 145 and 950 tonight. So I will keep you guys We had some other projects, pending projects, for the highway garage that were, it was in over $6,000 combined with the installation of the heat sensor and electrical work that needs to be done. I don't know if you guys want to still think about this a little bit.
We've had the quotes for about 2 sessions now, do we wanna make a decision on that?
What was that on the fire alarm?
Yeah, it was we had some electrical work need to be done and the alarms itself.
The
Was
fire alarm was $3,562, and then the electrical to go with that is $3,766.
You know, that building, would at least be alerted if something would happen with a fire there at the town level, so I think that, you know, that alarm needs to be done, and if that electrical work needs to be done, we should probably start on that project.
So we're at 61.
Do you wanna hand us so we'll make a motion on tonight?
Yeah, just that. The other thing is, remember you prioritize some of your things at the transfer station in the categories. As soon as we get the bids, which we'll ask Mr. Woody to come in next time.
Yeah, and then we'll compare with what's left at the highway.
3562. 3316.
No, further down, cause he has to get a lift.
Oh, okay,
37.
yeah, I see that, yeah, 3766.
Mhm.
Okay.
You need a motion for it?
Bob, you feel comfortable with this?
Well, you gotta get it done, and it's just putting it off to,
I'll make a motion to accept the bid from All Star Security Systems. And,
And
well, let me finish this one first. For a total job cost of $37.66.
No, that's electrical.
That's electrical, oh, I'm sorry,
All stars on the front,
just the front page, just the front,
Okay.
front.
just the front one.
all right, I guess I'm gonna finish this one. For a total of $35.62. And I'd also, in the same motion, like to, accept Ernie Gagdon's bid for the electrical to finish that same job of $37.66.
for cumulative.
You got me on that one, we're gonna tally it up.
It's gonna be a total 7,328 if I'm correct in my math.
Anybody second the motion?
I'm seconding the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, Lean is still on, you still have the floor here?
Okay, also for your packet for review, you can take it home and study it if you choose, is your second quarter review, second quarter, reports for revenues to date and, through June, and then your second quarter expenses. Expenses are kind of hard to judge because we have a lot of, the fire department does a lot of their expenditures in the last month of the year. For revenues, current to date, we're, left remaining to collect is 43%, so we're ahead of schedule on our projected revenues.
Okay.
Which is what we planned.
Right, and also what you have to keep in mind also is, what I have to add in here is the flood control, which will be, hopefully around 70,000, rooms and meals, which is 135,000, if our estimates are accurate. So we're really probably only at, I don't know if that's another, over $200,000, so we're really ahead of schedule for revenues, we're looking good for revenues.
And we haven't seen anything coming through for like the highway and bridge grants like we saw last year yet.
But that comes in quarterly, we've only received 2 payments so far, and that's in here under, highway,
No, but-
block grants.
Yeah, the block
As
grants
far
may-
as that special, like house bill?
Yes.
I
I
think it came in the fall last year, didn't it?
Right, November
Late
timeframe.
summer, early fall, yeah.
Yeah, it was
But-
November timeframe.
Jeff says he's been following it, and he thinks that it's possible we'll, be getting more, but that's just for your information.
Okay, anything else, Lean?
Only that, Don Tuttle stopped in at the end of today, he said that he mentioned walking around the building with the building inspector, and Don pointed out that the fire escape was not secure at the top of the building. The way he found out is one of his workers was talking and realized that the top half of the staircase was not secured to the building, so he took it upon himself and secured it, because if they're gonna be using it. That was the whole purpose of us blocking it off, that it was not safe. So the fire escape has been secured. He had a couple questions about the color of the stairs. They're currently white. He says he plans on sandblasting them and painting them with a red oxidizer primer paint and then painting them again. He feels that the black would hide a lot of the blemishes and problems of the stair.
They're white now,
They're
right?
white right now, so.
Cause we were hoping to make them disappear like they kinda do now when you're
Black
looking at
does
it
the same, black does do.
on a
does-
white building.
um,
Well, this is a short term, if,
Right.
things, these are just to maintain it, so we don't have an eyesore out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that could last 4 or 5
5 years.
years, so
Right.
my
So-
suggestion is to stay white.
can I ask that the one of you go by tomorrow? You're doing your coffee chat? Maybe
Yeah,
you
you'd
could
be
stop in
right,
and take a
wouldn't
look?
you, Mike?
Yeah. White, black doesn't bother me, as long as they're not, I don't wanna see rust on it. That's my main concern.
Yeah, he's thinking the rust, if it comes back up, won't show as bad as on the white.
Bob, your concerns?
Oh, yeah, actually, I think the black would stand out more.
It would?
I think so.
Okay,
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you like it standing out more, Bob?
Well, it'd be a little bit of a contrast, cause you got
Yeah.
white, you know, I mean,
he did say it hides, black hides imperfections, so it would do a better job.
I'm ambivalent.
Yeah, I don't care, hopefully,
I don't,
hopefully it's gonna get replaced one of these years
Exactly.
coming
Yeah.
up.
okay. The other thing, just on color paint, and, the thing is, you know, that on the dental loadings, there was a discussion that he wanted to paint the front with a gray. And the thing is, I have no issue with that, I think you discussed it with you. And if there was a problem that we hated it, absolutely detested it, he would go over and paint it white again. And he was looking for the go-ahead, as I walked around with him this week, for a painted gray, as he suggested, to complement the slate roof.
I'm a little bit conflicted, cause it's kind of a historic building that's always been white.
It's not
So-
like it's a home.
Yeah, it's more of a whole town's vote to me than ours, and it's always been white, so I felt safer sticking with the white. I mean, if he wanted to try one side and then have us look at it or something, but it seems like doubling up on his work.
Right, to me, I almost view it's like he's adding the signature to the building, and I, again, ambivalent, but I have no problem with keeping it white. Bob, you're,
I don't have a problem either way, you know, I'd like to see it, if he painted it gray before he did all 4 corners. but,
Do
you
one
know,
side or something, or,
You know, but then that's, I hate to use this word, cause I'd say that to the kids, I don't like to do things once, you know, and, so I don't know, the white, I don't think the white would be bad to have.
to keep it as white,
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
General consensus is white
So,
then. We
It's
keep
a
it white.
waste of effort, I think, if he does it, and then we say, we don't like it, you know?
Okay.
he did some details on this building that were matching of the doors, and that didn't bother me too bad, but that's always been white that I've ever seen.
Okay,
Even in the black and white, it was white.
you'll have to find a different way to put a signature there.
Okay, then one more thing about the
Go ahead.
building. There's a telephone box that's on this far back corner.
Yeah,
That seems to have wires missing, and he's not sure if it's even active, and he would like to find a way to check it out and remove it.
we can call the Dunbarton telephone, have them
So
come up.
I think I'd like to do that, if you guys are okay, because,
And even if they
You
want to
work
give us a
with Mary.
small charge, cause it's on our building,
yeah, I'll work with Mary and the Dunbarton telephone and find out if it's even active, so he feels that they've got it removed so they can get behind it. He doesn't think it's really it's an active box, so
Means to
just
distract
as soon
them.
get rid of it, so I may just give him the go-ahead to do that.
while we're on the town hall, did I hear that the sign was getting repaired?
No,
I
Not,
heard
nothing,
that,
yeah,
I heard that they were rebuilding it, or somebody was.
I don't
That's
know,
news to
I
me.
don't know
A
who that,
carpenter that was working with him, Mark Clark's wife told me that.
I don't know.
So, maybe I'll stop and check next week.
okay.
If not, we gotta get working on that.
Yeah, the thing is, there are so many new materials out there that can be lighter weight, and that thing was like a boat anchor.
It
Oh,
was.
it? I didn't feel it.
Yeah, it was really heavy to get up there.
Where is it
We
stored
did.
now?
They took it down, it must be in the basement, because,
Okay.
Okay, moving on, anything else, Lean? I think you're,
Oh, the one more thing that, I'm not sure if you guys are well aware of it, but his quote for his work, was in the 70-something range.
70.
76? was
no
it?
higher than that, 79,975.
Just for your information, the rot repairs that are being done on the corner boards are fairly substantial. He said he's not 100% sure, but he said it's gonna be in the excess of 3,000. The carpenter that he works with uses fir stock, has to custom make those blocks, and they're making sure they're doing a thorough job right down to the studs beneath, so that the rot doesn't continue and spread. So I just wanna give you a heads up, cause that was not included in the quote, that the rot would be additional,
Okay, that's
okay?
an FYI.
So that's an FYI, would have potential another $3,000 plus.
Okay, now we have, 3 non-publics for tonight.
Do you wanna do a public comment before?
Yeah, we can. This time I'm gonna open up for public comment. You're all on the agenda next, so I can hold off. Don, do you have anything for public comment? Anyone from the table for public comment? No, hearing none, I'll bring it back.
What about, even though they're on the agenda?
They just waved me off.
Okay, good.
I got waved off, Bob.
Okay, you want me to make a motion?
Yeah, we can.
I'll make a motion to go into non-public per RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, paragraph D. At the request of the Conservation Commission.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Kaminsky, yes.
No, please.
Martel, yes.
Don, if you remove the,
Okay.
reading.